friends, welcome to another episode of the Cozy Cottage Crochet Podcast. My name is Hannah, and this is a podcast all about crochet, a little bit of knitting, sometimes sewing, and generally living the yarniest life possible in St. Petersburg, Florida, where I live. You may be wondering, where's Nova? She's not in the intro. I know, that's because she was not having it. I tried to record an intro with her. She was very tired. There was a lot of flailing, some fussing, and now she is down for her nap. We have so much to talk about today. I have two finished objects, one almost finished object, so 3 projects to show you. I have a sponsor for this episode, which is exciting. I'll tell you about them in just a moment. I have some happy mail to show you. I have also some things that I want to share with you that I think will be good gifts. So this isn't necessarily like a holiday gift guide, but there's some ideas if you want to treat yourself or treat someone you love for the holidays. There's a few things that I think are really high quality products that I personally love or have been given to me that I want to share with you. And then what else? I have, of course, going to give you an update on the situation. You know what I'm talking about. And you may think, oh my gosh, you're wearing the granny stripe cardigan. Does that mean that you have added a couple of rows and weaved in all your ends? Definitely not. I have not weaved in a single end. Look at all those ends. I need to unpick the collar and then unpick the back seam so that I can add a couple more rows and then redo it. Have not done it, haven't had the time or the energy, just haven't done it. I do want to say a huge thank you to your support of the Granny Stripe cardigan pattern release from the last episode. It's the best pattern release I've ever had, and I wanted to be able to use some of the proceeds from this pattern release of the Granny Stripe cardigan to buy some things for Nova that we needed. And I was able to do that. So I got her some clothes for the winter, not like a bunch of clothes, but she's growing out of everything that we have for her. So I got her some 12 to 18 month size clothes, a couple of long sleeved. I got her a little coat. She's not gonna need a coat very often in Florida, but when she does, you know? I got her a coat, I got her some clothes. I also got her a set of baby keys that she was obsessed with. So, you know, I was able to get a stroller. Now, we were so graciously gifted a running stroller off of our registry and we have used that thing like almost every single day. It has some miles on it, and I love that running stroller, but it takes up a lot of space in our trunk. And we are traveling for Christmas, and I just don't know how we're gonna fit everything. And also it's a pretty heavy stroller. So we're keeping that stroller and we're still gonna use it for, long walks. And if Josiah wants to run with her, that's why we got it initially. But now I was able to get a secondhand, really nice stroller for like half of what it would cost to buy it new. That is a little bit smaller and we can kind of pack more things in. And a slumber pod, which if you don't know is kind of a blackout tent that goes over a pack and play. So I bought that for her because we are going to be gone for a night at Thanksgiving and we're going to be gone for 4 nights at Christmas. And she has like very specific sleep requirements. So all of that I was able to get her, and I'm really grateful for y'all because you're like making a difference in my family. Okay, no emotions this early in the episode, right? It's just too many. Before we jump into the yarny content, I am excited to tell you that I have a sponsor for this episode. And if you've been around a while, you may guess who they are because it's November and it is Ana Luisa Jewelry. This is the 3rd year in a row that I have worked with them. I love their pieces. I like working with them because I like what they stand for. And actually, they're sponsoring not 1, but 2 episodes this year, one in November and one in December. So I will show you some more things in December, which I'm excited about. When I say that I like their stuff, I'm not just being like, oh, I like it because they sent me something free one time. No, I wear like this earring right here, these studs. They look like little crystal ones. I have worn these every single day since Nova was born. And this ring came from them last year. I think it was last year or potentially the year before. This ring is my favorite ring. In fact, I used to wear a spoon ring on my hand, and this has replaced that. I love this ring so much. So these are pieces that I got from them in the past, and I wear them constantly. This ring has been worn like approximately 1 billion times. No signs of wear and tear. These earrings, as I said, have not been taken out of my ears except to be cleaned. since Nova was born, so 11 months. They look brand new. I love their stuff. I have many of their pieces, and I think their stuff is really high quality. Also, one thing that I really like about them, and when they first reached out and were like, hey, we'd like to like send you something, and then maybe you talk about it on the podcast, I was like, okay, but I need to know like more about your practices. They are very big into using sustainable materials and recycling metal. So all of their gold, pretty much, they make a lot of gold jewelry. I'm more of a silver type person, honestly, but they make a lot of gold jewelry as well. It's recycled gold, which, yes, right? So I am a big fan of them, and I have a gold, in fact, I'll show it to you. This is what it looks like if you order something from them. It comes in this little cardboard box. And then the pieces, so this says right here on the inside, it says made from 100% recycled paper. So what am I trying to say? Their packaging is recyclable, and all of their jewelry comes in these little things as well. So this one, I actually already have this necklace for myself, and I've worn it a lot, except Nova tries to grab anything dangling off of me, so I have not worn it recently. I got this one specifically for a friend who I know will really enjoy it, and it's a mama necklace. It's so precious, and it comes in this little envelope. So this is recycled gold. It's not brand new, like the earth was not harmed in the making of this necklace, which makes me really, really happy. So the mama necklace, I think, is just gorgeous. I used to wear mine all the time, like I said, but we're taking a break from pretty much anything that can be yanked off of my body, any dangling earrings, any necklaces, any bracelets. In fact, I'm not even wearing my regular wedding ring. I'm wearing a silicone one because she has scratched herself with my wedding ring. So we're just in that phase right now. So the mama necklace, and then they sent me 2 other pieces as well, which I think they're so pretty. So these ones came in like little envelopes. These are earrings. These, I cannot wait till I'm away from Nova so I can wear them, like maybe on a Sunday morning when Josiah watches her and I do church. I saw these and I got so obsessed with them. They're keys. They're little keys on hoop earrings. So just imagine. I love that so much. And they have a number 11 on them. I don't know what the number 11 means, but I've created this whole story in my mind of like, oh my gosh, it's like the post office box key of someone. And then I have to make up my own stories. So yeah, I thought these were really, really cute. And I will definitely be wearing those. And then the final thing was a necklace, again, that I won't be able to wear for a while. But it looked to me like a little stitch marker, and I thought it was so precious. It's a little tiny paper clip. How cute is that? And actually, I'm gonna take this one out and put it on because the baby's sleeping, so I can wear it for an hour, right? I haven't been messing with any of this jewelry because I wanted to show it to you before I did. So it's got a chain, and then it has an extender. So if you need the chain to be a little bit longer, that shouldn't be a problem. And I personally, I don't want it as tight as they had it in the box. I think that is perfect for me. Oh man, look how cute that is. I'm just gonna keep wearing this. So yeah, right now they're having a 20% off their entire website sale for Black Friday deals. Thanksgiving's coming up. So if you want to check out their jewelry, click on the link below. It's like directly, it tells them that you came from me. But like I said, I don't rep things that I don't like. Y'all know that. I give completely honest reviews every single time. And I told them this 3 years ago when they first reached out. I was like, if I don't like your stuff, I'm going to say that. Or I'm just not going to show it. And they said they agreed to that. So I do like their stuff. This is my 3rd year working with them. So I hope that says something to you. And I have gifted some of their pieces, purchased them and gifted them to people that I love. And it's gone over really well. So if you're looking for something special to give a mom or to give a friend or to give yourself, I think their pieces are beautiful. And you can't really go wrong with Ana Luisa Jewelry. So that is the sponsor for this episode. They gave me specific talking points. There was 2 talking points. I'm pretty sure I hit them. Who knows? Y'all all know what I say comes from my heart. So I mean everything that I said, and I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. So now I'm gonna have to not look at myself wearing a necklace the whole time. Okay. So, gosh, I have so much to go over with you that I should have made notes. But did I make notes? Absolutely not, because Nova wouldn't let me. So it's probable that we're going to forget something. Probable. So that was gift option number 1. The rest of them will be after the yarning content. Because I have 2 finished objects to show. La 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 la. You did not know that we were having a song and dance party, did you? Well, welcome. It's Thanksgiving. I mean, you're seeing this on Saturday, whatever date that is, the 19th maybe. Thanksgiving will be a couple of days after that, the Thursday next week. So I'm recording it 1 week from Thanksgiving. The Christmas tree is going to be up soon. Oh man, I'm so excited. I'm getting off track already. Apparently I have a lot of energy today. Let's all take a breath. Okay, finished objects, of which I have 2. One of them is a pair of socks. The reason these socks are finished is because Josiah and I and baby Nova rented a cheap like Airbnb type place in Orlando over the weekend. Actually, it wasn't an Airbnb, it was a timeshare. Now, we don't have a timeshare, and you know those timeshare people are like vultures and they like try to get you to give away all your money forever. But we don't have a timeshare. We were only staying 2 nights. We just desperately needed to get out of this house, I think, for a weekend. It's not what I would call relaxing because we had a baby with us who didn't sleep, hence the purchase of the slumber pad. But it was just so nice. We made some memories. It was so nice to not be at our house. We rented this place in Orlando. It was super cheap. If you want to find a cheap place, look at timeshares without signing up for a timeshare. And whatever you do, don't sign up for their seminar. Don't do it. Don't sign up for their seminar unless you want to go away with a timeshare. No matter how many free gifts they're giving you, don't do it, okay? So we found a cheap place and we stayed there for 2 nights, and this is the project that I took. My socks! The ends are woven in and everything. I just haven't washed them yet. So this yarn is yarn that I got. Oh God, I dropped it. Would it be a Cozy Cottage podcast if I didn't drop something on the floor? In fact, would it be a Cozy Cottage podcast if I didn't say, would it be a Cozy Cottage podcast if I drop things on the floor? How many times can I say that? Every episode until I die? Probably. I had some birthday/Christmas money that I spent 6 months late, pretty much. 8-9 months late for the birthday money, for the Christmas money, because Nova had arrived and I don't remember even getting Christmas money, but I had it squirreled away. And so I got this from my local yarn store. This was a sock set by May Fibers in the colorway Maybell and Bear, it's a mini. So this is what I have left. I'm gonna guess this is probably 40 grams. I don't know, I haven't weighed it. This, I don't know, because I only did contrast cuffs and toes. I didn't do a contrast heel, although I would have had enough yarn to do that. This is 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon. So it is very plump, very squishy. And I'm going to put one or both on the sock blockers so I can show you what they look like. I think last time I had 1 whole sock and a half finished. And so I finished the sock while we were there. I really thought I was gonna have more knitting time. Ha ha ha, I didn't. Because, we took a baby. Oh, I'm in love with these socks. Like, every time I pick them up to work on them, I was just so happy to be working on them. The yarn is so plump and luscious and squishy, and the color just is a dream to me. I love this purpley speckled with the blue. Here we go. I feel like it's been ages since I've had socks to show you on the blockers. So I knit these cuff down on my 9-inch 2.25 millimeter Chalgu red lace circular needles. I cast on 64 stitches. I did 15 rounds of ribbing. And pro tip, when you're done doing the ribbing, before you jump into the main color, knit 1 round of stockinette in this color before you do stockinette. Otherwise, your purl bumps on this last row, it's gonna show, it's gonna look weird. So knit 1 round just to kind of finalize this ribbing and give it a clean cut, a clean line. And then I just knit the leg. I'm pretty sure this is 6 inches total. And then I did the shadow wrap heel, which is by Denise of Earthtones Girl. I've linked her podcast directly down below. This is kind of like a fish lips kiss heel, if you're familiar with that, but better. And I find that it fits my post-pregnancy foot really, really, really well, whereas my fish lips kiss heel socks no longer seem to fit me well. They're weird in the instep. And then I knit my foot usually I knit it for 5.5 inches from the heel. And then I did Mina's rounded toe, which is Mina Phillips of Knitting Expat. I do her rounded toe. So that's my vanilla sock pattern. Sometimes this cuff length changes, but I wanted a few longer pairs of socks because winter, in quotations in Florida, winter is coming. But I have some boots that I want to wear with, like, I need taller socks. Normally I make shorties, and I find that shorty socks in boots just fall down, and I don't like that at all. So I wanted some longer socks. So yeah, I'm delighted with these. They're just beautiful. I adore the speckling of this yarn. Every stitch was a pleasure. I think I'll set them back there so we can admire them. Oh, you can't even really see them because I'm sitting in front of them. Oh, and they're not gonna stay over there, I bet. So that's finished object number 1. Finished object number 2 is my Musselburgh hat, which I actually finished when we got back from the weekend. The Musselburgh hat, I will show you. I still haven't printed the pattern. Oh, why am I like this? Is this. It is a stockinette hat by Isolde Teague. It's double layered. You can make it in any gauge, from like lace weight to worsted, pretty much. So I was holding, this is a gift for someone who lives in a cold place. I was holding 2 yarns double, this yarn and this yarn. So this is mohair, and if I can find the tag, so this yarn right here, this is a fingering weight yarn. It is Woolberry Fiber Co. in the colorway Berry Sock, which is 80% superwash BFL, 20% nylon, and this is the color, oh, actually Berry Sock is the base. This colorway is called Sugar Plum Fairy. I love this purple. And this is a brown, purplish brown mohair that I can hopefully dig. This is my rigged magic loop, which I will talk about in a second. Oh, I hate that so much, but it's fine. This yarn was given by a lovely viewer of this podcast named Anna, and this yarn was given by a lovely viewer of this podcast named Amanda. This is an ice yarn mohair, which is 30% mohair, 30% acrylic, and 40% nylon. So I held those 2 together. And basically, I knit these on, I started them on 3mm needles. It was way, way, way too tight of a gauge. So I went up to 4mm needles, but I don't have 4mm needle magic loop. I don't have a fixed circular for that. And my cables are taken with the Skyrim cardigan, pretty much all my cables. So I had to rig a magic loop with a connector and put these 2 cables together on my 4mm interchangeables, which works. I hate doing that. Like, it's such a pain to do this connector, but the increases and the decreases don't take that long. So it's like, do I really want to buy a knitting needle for this one hat? I don't, so I'll live with it. This is the hat. It actually just finished drying overnight because I blocked it, and I wanted to show it to you in its full form before I turn it into a hat. And now you'll see what that makes sense. So you basically start, you increase, then you knit a big tube, and then you decrease. It's double, like, so it's a tube. I did find it a little tricky to weave in the end after I closed it up, because it's not like an amigurumi you can just poke it through and it doesn't matter. I had to like make sure that it wouldn't come out and not sew the 2 layers of hats together. So you make this essentially really long tube. I kind of love how it's striping. Like, it's like tonally stripy, and part of that is the tonal quality of the purple yarn, and part of that is how the mohair, depending on where the mohair strand fell. So you knit this whole tube, and then you pull it and you stuff it inside itself. I did this before I blocked it. So now it is a double layered hat. So it's super duper warm, and then you can put it on like so, and it'll just be like a little bit big. Or you can have a rolled brim if you live in a really cold place, and it will have an extra layer on your ears. So you can see, I think you can see the halo. This fits my head really, really well, and I have kind of a big head. So it's very stretchy pattern, but there's multiple sizes in the pattern as well. This hat would be way, way too hot for me to wear in Florida. But it's going, like, I would probably wear it like this. I like a little poof on the end, and I don't necessarily need a double quadruple layer over my ears. I actually really like how it looks. Like, I love the color. I love the fit. It's adorable. So now that I have shown this to you and it is finished, I need to take a photo of it, and then I can package it up and ship it off to a cool place. I didn't even think this would be done by Christmas, so I'm pretty happy with that. That's finished object number 2. So excited. But I'm actually going to make a second one of these because I have one other person I'd like to send them to. So I wound up this from Stash, this yarn. It is Rorschach's Wool Mice. What does that mean? Iron and Woolcraft? There you go. That's the tag. It's 80% merino and 20%, I'm assuming, nylon. This yarn was such a pain to cake. Like, it was so tangly, but it's beautiful. It's maroon. I won. I caked it. And I'm going to hold it double with this Kid Merino from Crystal Palace Yarns, which is 28% mohair, 28% merino, and 44% nylon. Now this is a variegated mohair, so I'm interested to see how that works up. I think it's gonna lighten this yarn up quite a lot, but the reason I think they'll work well together is because it does have this kind of dark maroony, purpley stripes in it. So hopefully I'll get that cast on fairly soon. Again, highly doubtful that will be done by Christmas. But it should be really, really fun. So I really highly recommend the pattern. It's beautifully written. It's easy to follow. And it makes a gorgeous hat. And you don't have to hold it with mohair. Like, you could just do a lace weight hat, a fingering weight hat. I just wanted to add that extra warmth and that fuzzy halo. So yeah, that's finished object number 2. I don't have any more. I was gonna say, but wait, there's more. There's no more finished objects. I do have a project though that I really wanted to be finished, and I finished the body of it, but I couldn't get it done any more than that. It's the Omega blanket that I'm working on. It still has yarn attached because I need to do the border. But the body of the blanket is done. Ta-da! This is baby blanket sized, so fairly large. It's like 36 by 36 inches. This, I believe, is where I was last time, somewhere around there. So I did all of this. I worked the last row on Tuesday night. And then, of course, Wednesday I had small group, so nothing got done. And tonight, nothing will get done either, because when my mom is coming over, and then she's hopefully going to put the baby to bed, and we're going to go see some friends that we have not seen since before I got pregnant. Oh, maybe while I was pregnant, I went over to their house once, but they don't live like super close. So like definitely, they've never met Nova. They've never, like, I haven't seen both of them in a really, really long time. So I'm so thrilled. We're going to spend just like 2 hours with them. I'm so happy. This is the Omega blanket, so named after Omega, who is a character in the Bad Batch Star Wars Clone Wars animated series on Disney Plus, because she's fierce, and also because these look like O's to me. So the whole thing is done. I just have to do the border. I would really, really like to get this done so that I can write up the pattern, so that I can release the pattern. I still haven't taken any photos of my Sunset Beach shawl because I just, like, it's so hard to get the time to take photos. And I have to take photos of the Cozy Up blanket. Both of those patterns are completely written, except for photos. The Omega blanket, not written. Not even started, just the grading has been done. But, like, I'm always getting stuck on the photos. I want to do better at that. I really do. So, you may be like, oh my gosh, we haven't even been talking that long. What could you possibly have to fill the rest of your time with? First of all, y'all know I can talk. Secondly, I have some exciting things to show you. Now, These are going to be in no particular order. Oh, I did want to say, this is part of my holiday gift guide. If you're looking for something to get a knitter or crocheter, this sock bag, not this one specifically, but the sock bag from Slipped Stitch Studios, I think they're like $30. This one I've had for several years. Claudia of Crochet Luna Podcast gave it to me. Speaking of Claudia, her Etsy pins, her pin back buttons are a delightful little gift to send someone. But she sent me this years ago. It's been all over the world. It's been all over the country. It looks brand new. It's been thrown in the washing machine. Like, I cannot say enough good things about Slip Stitch Studios bags. So I will leave a link to them directly down below. Now, this, I don't know. Instagram kept advertising some shoes to me for months. For months they kept advertising, and they're like wool clogs, and I was like obsessed with them, but I wasn't gonna buy them. And they kept popping up, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I did something I've never done in the history of this podcast, not one single time before now. I reached out to the company that made them and asked if they were interested in sending me a pair to wear and review, and then I would talk about them on the podcast. And I was like, I'm sure they get requests like that all the time, and they're like, I may never even get a response. They responded to me that day and said yes and sent me a pair of shoes. Crazy. So the shoes I'm talking about, they come from the company called TAOS Footwear. And they have all kinds of shoes, but they specifically have a wool line of shoes. So they have these clogs that you can see. So currently they have 6 styles of clogs on their website. These are the ones right here. These ones are the ones that kept popping up on my feed, and they come in all kinds of colors, and I just love them so much. But then when I had reached out to them, they didn't have those specific ones in my size. So they also have these ones that have them. Hopefully the glare is not terrible. These ones that have embroidery, these ones that are kind of plain, these ones have like a little edge detail, leopard print. Although those actually have a back on them, like a heel, and then these. But they didn't have the clogs that I wanted in the size. And what I saw was that they had these wool booties. And when I saw these, I was like, oh my word, these are amazing. So instead of clogs, I actually ended up getting a pair of boots. And I will show them to you. Got them in navy blue. This is what they look like. That's sand, because I have been wearing these a lot. And I told them I wasn't going to review them. I've had them for a while now. I wasn't going to review them until I'd actually worn them quite often to make sure that they were comfortable. So they're essentially wool felt. And this is like a really lightweight rubber. So they weigh a little bit, but they don't weigh that much. I was kind of worried that this would make it slip up and down on me. Doesn't. They stay put. They are incredibly comfortable. Like, I have been wearing these, even when it was too hot for me to be wearing these, I have been wearing these. The only thing I'll say is they have some more arch support than I'm used to. I typically live my life in Old Navy flip-flops or Toms, which are not known for their support of your feet. So these have actual arch support in them. So if that's something you need, these will be great for you. It took me a little bit to get used to them, but I didn't find it uncomfortable. This is what the bottom looks like. Again, you can see that I've worn these. I've worn these to several weddings that I've officiated with a pair of black pants, like my wedding outfit. And yeah, so they're all wool and they have a wool inside. I have worn them with regular socks. I have worn them with wool socks. I have worn them on walks with my husband and baby. I have worn them to weddings. I have worn them I have worn these. These have some miles on them over the last month, and I really like them. I think they're just it's so my vibe, these shoes. I love booties. I love that they're made out of wool. I love that they're lightweight. I love the color. It totally fits my aesthetic, which is like leggings and skinny jeans and like flowy things and booties. It's too hot for me to wear booties all year round, but we're coming up to the exact perfect time of year. So I'm really, really happy. I originally wanted a pair of clogs just to kind of, wear around. And I know lots of you like clogs as well. These are not cheap, I would say. So if you want to buy them for someone else, make sure that's what you want to spend on them. But if you want to treat yourself, I really think they're fantastic. They gave me a code as well to share with you. So if you spend $125 or more, you get free upgraded shipping. Shipping lately has been kind of insane. I know that everyone's overwhelmed and overworked and underpaid, et cetera, but nobody's guaranteeing that your packages will get anywhere, not even FedEx for the holidays. The secondhand stroller that I found for Nova was shipped to me FedEx today. It took them 5 days to get it to Florida. Then they damaged the box, so they sent it back to Pennsylvania where it came from. Then they sent it back and it was 2 day again. And they were like, oh yeah, the second time the shipping was free because they messed it up. And they're like, they shipped it Friday. They're like, it'll definitely be there Sunday. Nope. On Sunday it was delayed until Tuesday. And then it ended up showing up on Monday, I think. But come on, FedEx. You're not even guaranteeing your packages. Some things I have mailed and it has gotten there the next day with the U.S. Postal Service. Some things have taken weeks. It is all over the place depending on who's working where and how understaffed they are. So there are supply chain shortages for things if you're ordering. There are mail stoppages. So if you're ordering stuff, I am normally not an organized person and I wait too long to buy Christmas presents. I don't wait. I just urge you to not wait. Pretty much everyone on our list, Josiah and I sat down and hammered out and we got everyone, small things, but we want, because some of the shipping is, who knows, it could show up 4 weeks from now. So I highly recommend get on the ball if you need to get Christmas presents or want to get Christmas presents for someone or any other kind of holiday present. But I think those shoes are great. And again, I won't say that if I don't like it. And I told them that too. I was like, if I hate these shoes, I'm not going to talk about them on the podcast. I'll send them back to you if you want. And they agreed. So I don't know. I feel like I'm a real podcaster now. Oh my gosh. I actually reached out to a company and tried their thing and now I'm talking about it. But I truly it's hot today in Florida, but tomorrow and over the weekend it's supposed to be cold again. Cold. Maybe in the 50s. I'll definitely be wearing those boots. I'm officiating 2 weddings this weekend. I will be wearing those boots for both of them. I adore those boots. I cannot say enough good things about those boots. Let's look at them one more time for good measure. They are so comfortable. And you can get clogs as well. So I have a link in the doobly-doo down below. Use the code Cozy Cottage. The code is down as well to get free upgraded expedited shipping if you buy anything. Now, it was Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted season. It's the most wonderful time of the year. And it's already burned itself out. You really have to, it's a campaign that takes place on Instagram where people grant wishes for each other. Someone will be like, oh, my wish is a skein of sock yarn, and someone will send them that. And then once you grant a wish, you can post your own wish and see if someone can grant that out of their stash. It normally, I would say, gets going and then is done in 4 days. It could last as long as a week. There's still a few people scrolling, but I was done in a couple of days. You pretty much have to dedicate your life to it if you want to do anything. But so I save a couple of dollars here and there all year long so that I can pay for shipping costs because shipping is insane. And of the stuff that I shipped out, I probably spent I would say $70 on shipping, which is not a small amount, but that is the amount I had saved. My goal was to grant 20 wishes, either digital or from my stash. I was able to do both. I actually granted 23 wishes, I think. So I hit my goal. Last year, we didn't have the Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted campaign because Instagram was blocking recent hashtags because of the election in America. But the year before that was a great year, and I granted 30 wishes. But this year, it's a little different, so I was able to grant 20. But the point of all that is I've gotten some happy mail because of Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted. And one thing I want to show you came in, and I want to share the Etsy shop with you because I think these are so cool. one of my wishes was for a handmade ornament. A handmade ornament or two to put on either our tree or a little tree that I'm getting for Nova. Yes, I may be going overboard, but I love Christmas. It's the most magical time of the year. She's my Christmas rainbow baby. And I know for a fact she's going to be obsessed with the Christmas tree. So I have a playpen that I'm going to put around the Christmas tree so that she cannot get to it. However, I know she's going to be obsessed with the sparkling and the lights and the dangling, and like it's going to really frustrate her to not be able to touch it. I want to set her up for success. So I actually found at Target, which is another thing I was able to order because of your support of the granny stripe cardigan, for $20, a tiny 2-foot tall, lightweight little Christmas tree with like a couple of colored lights on them that are attached to the tree so they can't come off. And I ordered that for her, so she's gonna have her own tiny Christmas tree with non-breakable ornaments that she can take on and off and decorate to her heart's content. And if she pulls it over on herself, it's not gonna crush her, it's not gonna hurt her, it doesn't weigh much. So that is gonna come, I think, either today or tomorrow. And so my plan is to actually set the Christmas tree up this weekend while Josiah watches her. Because I want the Christmas tree up for Thanksgiving, but I'm going to set our Christmas tree up, put the playpen around it, and then set a tiny Christmas tree up for her so that I can redirect her. Every time she wants to go to the big tree, I say, oh no, go to Nova's tree. And then when she's older, she can have it in her room. Also, a lovely person sent me a felt Christmas tree, like one that you can put on a wall. And I have to iron it because it's all wrinkly, but I'm going to hang that up. And she's going to go to town on that, I guarantee you. Like, she's going to love that so much. So that's really exciting. But anyways, I wanted like a handmade ornament either for our tree or for Nova's tiny tree. That was my wish. And this person sent me one. She must have laser cut it herself. Like, this is so cool. It's from Children of the Rice, which I have linked her Etsy shop directly down below. So go check her out because she sent me, see if I can, this will work better. A yarn ball and crochet hook ornament that has Nova's name in it. This is plastic. It has her name. I opened this and I was like, like so many emotions. I love this so much. I wish you can't see when I do that. It's too dark. This was better. Yeah, like, and she does like wood laser etching as well. So she has all kinds of ornaments. But this is so precious, so precious. So definitely check her out. Like if you are a person who wants to get a handmade ornament for someone as a Christmas gift, I think those are like the best kind of Christmas gifts because you can put them on your tree every single year. I love that. Thank you so much. And she also makes these little, she sent me a leather tag that she makes. You can like put this on. This does not really match, but do you think that goes there? I know it's blue, so it doesn't really go, but I feel like it makes it look really profesh. We'll see. I may put that on this hat. Plus, I think the person it's going to will appreciate it. And if you don't notice, those are knitting needles poking out of the skull's head. So Children of the Rice, definitely check out that Etsy shop. I think that's so special. Some other, let's see. I'm going to show you one more thing that I think is a good gift. It came to me from Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted. I have been wanting to try this forever. I just haven't gotten around to it. Since Nova has been born, my skin has been so dry. Like, I know, I'm sure it's hormones, but like, and I'm sure eventually it will balance out a little bit, but like so dry, especially my arms, my hands, and my feet, like so dry. And I have tried a couple of different lotions and creams. Doesn't seem to really work. I tried a couple of things on my feet and like put socks on, but I can tell it's not really soaking in because the next morning when I go to get in the shower, my feet feel slippery. So like, what's the point of putting it on your feet if it's not soaking in? It's just kind of been a struggle recently. So I know a lot of yarny people, like the Knit More girls, all kinds of people use Lolo body care. And I have heard about them so many times, but I haven't ever tried them even though I've wanted to. I've never like pulled the trigger. So my yarn wish was I would like to try a Lolo Body Care Oh for Feet's Sake bar. And it's a specific like lotion bar stick that you put on your feet. I have used it for 3 days and I can tell you it's amazing. So the person who sent me this is Zelda, who is Zelda in RJ3 on YouTube. I have linked her YouTube channel directly down below. And I have linked her affiliate. She's a Lolo Body Care affiliate. So like if you purchase Lolo Body Care for yourself or someone else, please use the link below so that it gives her a tiny bit of income as well, because I think these are fantastic. And she went way overboard. Zelda. Z. I actually know her like in real life because Claudia of Crochet Luna and Zelda in RJ3 and Stephanie from the Tatted Tatter, we all met up in Las Vegas in 2018. I can't believe how long ago that was now. And Josiah and I were already going to Vegas for our anniversary. We went for just a weekend and then he had to go back to work and I stayed a couple of extra days and got to hang out with them. So it's so cool. But I was like, I just would like to try an overseas steak bar or just one of their body bars. And she sent me both of them and some extra stuff. You went overboard, okay? I appreciate it though. So this is the box that came in. It has a little sticker that says, we say it's handcrafted, but it really comes from the heart. All their packaging is like biodegradable, all kinds of things like that. They're very sustainable. This is their body bar. It's a head to toe moisturizer. This is the Beach Bum scent, which is kind of like a coconut. You would think it smells like the beach to me. So this is the body bar. It's a lotion bar. I have only used this once so far. It's pretty great. And this is like the big body bar. So this is what one comes. I know you can get a refill for this 10. That's part of their being sustainable. So you can order 110 and then you can get a refill to go in here when you're out. Then it came with these 3 little teeny tiny Lolos that will be attached to my projects. I'm just gonna put one in my project bags. This one's my favorite so far, even more than the scent, the Beach Bum scent, which I like. It's called Vanilla Moon. I love this scent. Like, I think I could soak my body, my whole body in this scent. And it doesn't bother me. A lot of really strong scents bother me. This one, totally beautiful. There's this one, which is called Stevie. I don't know what that scent is. It smells a little bit like fruity and floral. And then the other one is a Ginger Amber, which definitely smells like ginger and amber. So you can try these, like, if you just want to try a scent before you get a big one. So, what am I choking on? Nothing? The air. I'm just incompetent as a human being and I'm choking now. Good grief, y'all. Anyways, so the body bar is there and then the 3 little things. And then she also sent me a travel size of the Oh for Feet's Sake in soft vanilla. Oh my gosh, I've used this thing for 3 nights. It's Thursday, so yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Actually 4 nights. I've used it for 4 nights. I can tell you there is a noticeable difference in my feet. Like, especially, I'm not gonna show you my foot. I'll show you on the sock. I'm not gonna put my foot on screen. But so I know a lot of people have dryness like underneath their heel. My problem is like kind of around the back of my heel has been really dry, and then all on the sides of my feet. Like not necessarily underneath, but here. And then my big toe. Just super, super dry no matter what I do. And so I've been putting this on and then putting my wool shorty socks on to sleep in every night. And my feet, like I'm feeling them right now. I'm not even feeling the roughness that was there 4 days ago. Like there is a noticeable difference. So not only is this scent amazing, the soft vanilla, it truly works. Like I'm actually shocked. Like I thought it would be nice moisturizer, but I did not expect it to work as much as it does. And I can tell you, because I get a shower every single morning, when I take my socks off and then I go get in the shower, my feet are not slippery, which means all of the stuff has absorbed into my feet and it's not just hanging out on the inside of my socks. The ingredients in this are beeswax, coconut oil, grapeseed oil, cocoa seed butter, olive oil, hemp seed oil, tea tree oil, vitamin E, vitamin C, rosemary extract, and essential oils. All of their stuff is like natural, and there's no like chemical-y stuff in them. So the foot bar, this is the travel size foot bar. I know they have a bigger one. It's like, it smells good. It smells really good. And you just kind of do this on your foot. And then it's like a little deodorant. You like turn it. Highly recommend. This would be a great gift for someone. A stocking stuffer, or if you get a big one, like an actual gift. When this runs out, 100% will be getting more of this using Zelda's link. Because I am shocked, truly shocked at how good this has made my feet feel in 4 days. I honestly was like, oh, I don't know, like I'll try it, and then if it's good, I'll talk about it in the podcast in another 2 weeks. There has been such a noticeable difference in 4 days that like I cannot deny that this stuff works. And my skin is not itchy. I have incredibly sensitive skin. I'm always afraid to try new things and put stuff on it. The only reason I was willing to try this is because so many people have recommended it, and people I know have sensitive skin as well. No itching, no cracking, no reactions, no red, nothing. It's all natural ingredients. And that brings me to the other thing that was in here that I was also shocked about. She sent me a Lolo lips. Now, I think I talked about this one other time when I was talking about lanolin, which is way before I even got pregnant. I talked about lanolin as like nipple cream, but you can use it on your lips. And it wasn't bothering my lips. It is so hard for me to find something that doesn't bother my lips. Like, for some reason, my lips are one of the most sensitive parts of my body. And like, I can't use chapstick. I can't use any, like even lipstick sometimes will bother me. And not that I wear lipstick, like literally never. But any kind of lip balm. And I honestly thought it was the beeswax because that's a common ingredient in like I've tried a lot of natural lip balms. And usually by the second day of using it, not even like a million times a day, maybe like 2 or 3 times, by the second day of using it, my lips are flaking. Like this, it's almost like my lips get sunburned and the skin just starts coming off of them. Now, also I have a bad habit of biting my lips. It's kind of a sensory thing for me. Like if there's a little crack or like a little, crusty piece of skin or something, I'm sorry if this is gross, but like I will bite it and pick at it. And I do it when I'm bored. I do it when I'm stressed. I do it unconsciously. So I want, if my lips are soft and smooth like they currently are, I don't do that. I don't bite my lips. And once you start biting your lips, you get into this vicious cycle, and it just is terrible. It's a bad habit I've been trying to break for 15 years. So it would help me if I could find a lip balm. And I have tried so many, and I literally just like haven't tried any in over a year because I don't want to go through the second day my lips feeling like they have a sunburn, and like even my top lip, especially underneath, will get swollen. So like there's something that I'm very sensitive to, and I really thought it was beeswax because all of these natural ones I've tried have beeswax as an ingredient. This has beeswax as an ingredient. I'm going on the 4th day of using this. Has not bothered my lips a bit. Not at all. Like not. They're soft, they're smooth, they're not flaking, they're not cracking, they don't hurt, they don't itch. Like, I'm truly shocked about this. The ingredients on this are beeswax, so clearly it wasn't the beeswax, it had to be a chemical of some kind. Coconut oil, grapeseed oil, cocoa seed butter, olive oil, hemp seed oil, vitamin E, zinc oxide. I have used this at least 3 or 4 times a day, and once before bed at night. I don't think my lips have been this soft. I mean, in years, truly in years. There was one period of time where I put Vaseline on my lips every night, and they made my lips really, really soft. But I think that actually that exacerbated the problem because after about a month of that, my lips became even more sensitive. This was years ago. But I was hesitant to try this. Like I debated, And I was like, okay, I'm not really going anywhere this week. Like, I have some meetings with people, but if my lips are a mess, it won't matter. And I've heard so many good things that I was like, okay, just try it. And I did like 2 times the first day, and I was like, okay. And I didn't get a reaction. So the second day I did like 3 times, and I put it on at night. No reaction. Yesterday I put it on probably every time I went to bite my lip. So maybe 5 or 6 times. I just did 1 swipe. I put it on last night before bed. Nothing, like no reaction at all. And my skin, as I'm telling you, is very sensitive. This is the orange vanilla flavor. Oh, it smells amazing. So again, I really highly recommend. I'm shocked. I'm shocked about it. So thank you, Zelda. You gave me some products I didn't even know I needed in my life. And now I think I'm going to be a lifelong customer of that lip balm. Like I found a lip balm that actually makes my lips feel good and doesn't make them break out. It's amazing. And the difference in my feet, I assume the Body Bar is just as good. I've just only used it once. So I can't really comment on that. But I have left Zelda's affiliate link down below for Lolo Body Care. Like, if you're going to buy these, please go through her link so that she can get a little bit of support from this as well. And also check out her YouTube channel because she's fabulous. Thank you, Z, so much. The last couple of things I have to show you are some yarn that came through Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted. One of my wishes was some mohair, neutral colored kind of mohair yarn so that I could, I just totally lost my train of thought. Neutral colored mohair to hold double with projects. So I got this, came in the mail, some mauve and some brown mohair that came from a lovely person named Katie on Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted. So that's exciting. Then this beautiful skein of sunrise sock yarn came from a lovely person named Meredith. And this is from Knit Crate. This is a cozy sock. So it's superwash merino, 15% nylon, 10% cashmere. Ooh, I kind of think, I don't know, this has to be like a bright, happy project, right? Yes, it's so pretty. And then I have left a link to these people down below. They came from Michelle, who has one half of the KnottyKnitWits podcast. They're hilarious. They're hilarious, and they do like knitting and crochet and cooking, which I find very funny. I didn't even know about their podcast until we had this interaction on Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted. And then I'm like, how did I not know? Like, you guys are basically YouTube famous. So thank you, Michelle. She sent me this. And both of them are so pretty, and they both have sparkle, and I can't even. So this one came from Gnome Acres, and it is the colorway Bad Bunny. You can see the sparkle from here. Oh yes. 75% merino, 20% nylon, 5% sparkle power. This yarn is fabulous. And then she sent me this one, which is from Arkansas Yarn Company. 75 merino, 20 nylon, 5% Selena in the colorway Merry and Bright. She sent me this because she said it was too fabulous, essentially. And I think that Nova needs something in this yarn. This looks like Nova to me. What? I have no idea, truly. But I think this needs to be something for Nova. It's so beautiful, and there's a little mouse stitch marker attached. So thank you so much, Michelle. That was so delightful of you. And that yarn is amazing. Everyone needs a little sparkle in their life, right? And then the last thing, again, someone went way overboard. Kalisha, who is host of the Quirky Monday Craftcast on YouTube, which if you do not watch her podcast, as I have said many times, why not? You should. Kalisha is the most delightful human, and I have nothing but love for her. She's amazing. Go follow her on her podcast. And on Instagram and her Etsy shop, she makes beautiful bags. Just do it. You will not regret it. One of my yarn wishes was for some colored light bulb stitch markers because I use them to knit socks, but the ones that I have, all of the color has rubbed off of them. So they're just silver, which means I get confused when I'm knitting socks because I use different colors for different things. And she said she would send me some. And what she sent me was not some colored light bulb stitch markers. She sent me a whole box of stuff. So the colored light bulb stitch markers are in here with a bunch of tea, of course. Here's the stitch markers. These make me so happy. I love them. And I especially love this little guy and this one. They remind me of like cakes. She also sent 2 skeins of Labribus, yes. Peruvian Highland wool, 40% merino, 20% nylon. 2 skeins of this. I think this is fabulous. What is this going to be? I don't know, but I love it. It's very high contrast. Oh, a llama mug. It says, "You're amazing." And it was packed with like packing peanuts inside so it wouldn't break. And I did not realize until I took it out to actually use it this morning, there's a llama in the mug. Is this not the most hilarious thing you've ever seen? I'm gonna drink some non-dairy eggnog out of this and be like, yes, I'm amazing. I literally laughed so hard. Like I was like, oh my gosh, what a cute mug. And then when I took the packing peanuts out, I was like, you have got to be kidding me. This is the most fabulous thing. So the last thing she sent were some ornaments for Nova's tiny tree. And I had to rescue this one because Nova already ran off with it. And by ran off, I mean crawled off. She can't walk yet. It's a little felt Christmas tree with like, what is that, puff paint on top? So there's a Christmas tree, a snowflake. The snowflake is my favorite personally, but Nova is obsessed with the Christmas tree one. There's a Christmas ornament. And then another Christmas ornament. Like a Christmas light. What am I saying? Christmas light. So all of these, Kalisha made these. And they're going to be on Nova's tiny tree, and she can't break them. They're felt. She can chew on them. It doesn't matter. Nothing's going to happen. I just love them so much. And she loves them too, because, you know, she saw me take them out of the box, and she immediately snatched this one and fled the scene. Thank you, Kalisha. You did not need to do any of that. I feel very spoiled. But it's the most wonderful time of the year, isn't it? So, gosh. I don't know if that really counts as a gift guide because I was a bit all over the place. But if you're looking for gifts to give people, Ana Luisa Jewelry for sure. If you're looking for like a fancier gift, TAOS Footwear, those links are directly down below. Lolo Body Care, highly recommend. And also Slip Stitch Studios for bags and Children of the Rice for handmade laser etched ornaments, which is so cool. That's all the yarn, y'all. I do have kind of an update. I'm yawning. I'm very tired today, and I gotta hurry up because I have to get baby awake in 10 minutes and I still have to make her bottle. Okay. My first appointment with the Down There doc is tomorrow, which is Friday. It's a 90-minute appointment, apparently. My mom is coming to watch the baby, so I can go to this, which I'm very, very grateful for. I'm a little nervous. 90 minutes seems like a lot, but I'm really excited to at least start the process and like potentially not have pain, like have this issue be fixed of, you know, pain that I've had for 11 months since Nova was born that hasn't gone away. So like, again, so grateful to all of you for your support of that. Like, you're making it possible for me to go see this doctor, for sure. I would not be able to do that without you. I'll be able to have several sessions with her, which is really, really meaningful to me. So, yeah. I'll update you more as I know more. I don't know. I haven't had the appointment yet, so I don't know anything else yet. But thank you so much again for your support of this granny stripe cardigan pattern. I am so excited. I will be showing you in the future. A yarn dyer did reach out to me named Shella, Unique with Fiber, and we are going to collaborate on a DK weight version of the granny stripe cardigan. So once that yarn arrives, I'll do some swatching, work out all the math, and then we'll have another cardigan, which I'm really, really excited about. Because not everyone wants to make it in fingering weight, you know? Please tag me if you're making the granny stripe cardigan. And oh my gosh, the baby's awake. She's awake 10 minutes early. I have to go. I love you all so much. Happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate, or happy just spend time with your family. I will see you next time. And until I see you, happy crafting. Bye, friends.